back.
You can definitely tell what movie we're doing. Right?
Yeah. The Notebook.
Yeah.
Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. 3 men and a little lady.
I'll give you a clue. An American Werewolf in London.
Ooh.
Contender for second favorite movie ever. Strong contender for second favorite.
After
movie.
The Human Centipede.
No.
What do you like about this movie so much?
Werewolves.
Werewolves?
Only good werewolf movie ever made. Okay. Not only. Almost only.
Give me some other ones.
The Howling's okay. I like werewolves in other movies that aren't about them.
Van Helsing?
Yeah, he's a cool werewolf.
That werewolf was awesome.
He doesn't make any sense, but he's cool looking.
Yeah.
Wolf Cop's pretty alright.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, genuinely good, genuinely cool about the werewolf, and not just like there's a werewolf shoehorned in there. American Werewolf in London.
Yeah.
That's what you gotta get. So if you haven't seen American Werewolf in London, it's about 2 young men, David and Jack, who are backpacking in England, in the English countryside. They end up in a creepy little rural village thing and go into a bar, or excuse me, a pub.
A pub.
A charming pub.
Charming pub.
Called The Slaughtered Lamb, which is not creepy at all or ominous, and they don't follow directions. They don't drink beer and they don't follow directions. What is wrong with the youth? All of the creepy locals tell them, stay off the moors, stay to the path. They leave. They obviously don't stay on the path or we wouldn't have a movie. Werewolf hijinks ensue. It's great. It's comedic and horror. And some people don't like that.
It's the best.
It's the best. Like stuff that's legitimately scary in it.
Yeah.
But it's also very like funny at the same time. Cheesy. Yes. Tell us more.
He's going moon crazy.
One of the things I really liked about this movie is that it added something to the typical werewolf mythos story I'd never really seen before this one. When you were killed by a werewolf, you were a ghost and you would just like haunt the werewolf that murdered you. You're a werewolf getting tormented by the spooky, awesome looking ghosts of the people you killed.
Could you imagine if all the beers you drank haunted you?
This movie had pretty much every song with the word moon in it.
Yes.
Ever. Blue Moon, Moon Dance, Bad Moon Rising. There's some great weird dream sequences.
Oh my gosh, yes.
There's incredible makeup. I mean, it's just the best makeup ever. And it's great because it's old, so it's all real.
Practical effects.
Practical. Awesome. And it's not just the werewolf transformation, which is the best werewolf transformation ever made. It's the ghosts, too, like I was talking about. The ghost makeup is great and gross and just like, For things that could inspire the beer. It also had some really nice vistas.
Oh yeah.
Like foggy moors and lots of rain and woods.
Oh, woods.
Oh, like in the one nice dream sequence with the woods.
Running butt naked through the woods, tracking a deer.
Yes.
Everyday kind
Everyone
of thing.
has that dream.
I also noticed all of the moon songs, but I only wrote down Blue Moon, I guess. I don't know.
Don't like the little mice and babes sing that song? I always think of that. Like,
I don't know what I wrote here. Sheep, of course. I don't know why I wrote sheep. They were like, there's a werewolf. I wrote alone. You can drink alone. I also wrote hot nurse.
Proper relationships with a hot nurse.
Long journey. I kind of...
It could be like beer inspiring.
Oh, you know, the long journey from that grain to that glass. Why did I put Rome?
They were, like in the very beginning, I think they were like joking about they should have gone to Rome.
Oh.
Because they were getting rained on and they're like, oh God, why'd we go to England? It's so rainy.
I did write down this line because I thought this would be interesting. It's like something to warm you up. We can make something to give you some tangles.
There's at least 2 scenes in a pub and the people are drinking beer and they don't say what kind of beer.
I saw light beer. I saw a dark beer.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got all your beers covered right there.
It's not very helpful.
Right?
There isn't a lot of inspiration in the beer of the movie.
Those are all the things that I thought were noteworthy. You have to go with your feelings on this one more than ingredient inspiration. Do you have any ideas for a kind of beer?
Yes, I did have an idea for a beer style.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that I thought was really good.
Yeah.
So because it's the title, An American Werewolf in London. American in London, I kind of thought you could put a twist on that by making a very like English beer with some sort of an American twist.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, an American hop.
You know, that's actually a really great idea because that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was thinking about doing like a bitter. It's a really traditional English beer. I could do like an extra special bitter or ESB.
Special.
Ooh. And instead of just doing like traditional ESB, we could make it an American one. Like usually like people do like American IPAs, American whatever.
Oh yeah.
We could dry hop it. I think that would be really cool.
I do have a name.
Ooh.
Like a name idea.
Ooh, cool.
Carnivorous lunar activities. His friend, the ghost, said something to him about like people being victims of his carnivorous lunar activities.
I like it.
I thought that was a good name for a beer.
I like it. All right, well, I guess the only thing left to do is to brew the beer.
Yes.
Awesome. What is happening to us?
Yeah, I don't know, but I feel pretty patriotic.
Looks good on you.
Thanks.
Wait, don't drink that!
Why?
Silver bullet. I started off by adding about 8.35 gallons of water. I know that's pretty specific, but that's what Beersmith says to do, so I try to follow it. The sight glass is a little off on my pot, so I filled it up to the 8-gallon mark, knowing it runs a little high. Here I'm working on the water chemistry. Added 1.7 grams baking soda, 1.7 grams gypsum, don't forget to drop the bowl in the pot, 3.5 grams Epsom salt, and 3.5 grams calcium chloride. This beer is pretty simple, so the grain bill was just made up of 9 pounds Maris Otter, 12 ounces Crystal 20, and 12 ounces Crystal 60. My original recipe called for 24 ounces of Crystal 80, but I found if you use 2 different crystal malts that add up to the original crystal malt number, it gives the beer a little more depth. So in this case, to make 80, I used half 60, half 20, if that makes any sense at all. The hop additions for this beer are pretty simple until the end. I added 1 ounce of Sterling hops for a 60-minute boil. I picked Sterling because it has an appropriately English name and because it's a nice multi-purpose hop. With 15 minutes left, I broke up a Werflock tablet and threw it in. This helps clear up the beer. Once we hit 60 minutes, I put the hop screen in the middle of the pot and started a whirlpool. Once we had that going, I put an ounce of Liberty hops in and let it sit for 10 minutes. I picked Liberty because I couldn't resist the name and also because it's an awesome aroma hop that originated in the United States. It's time to drink it.
Time to taste.
Time to taste. I would have done this a little earlier, but I had food poisoning and it sucked. I can finally drink beer again. To recap, I made an extra special bitter and I dry hopped it with American hops. English beer, American hops.
Yes.
A lot of the hops are actually descendants of Fuggles, which are a very English hop.
I love Fuggles.
I know, it's the best. It's a good name. You want to try it? I already kind of sipped it a little bit while I was making it, so I want to get your genuine first reaction. So give it a smell first. What does it smell like?
I can't really smell it. A little malty, like caramelly.
Mm-hmm. That's good. It definitely tastes like an English bitter. The carbonation's nice.
Like kind of like a Newcastle kind of.
Yeah, it does. It tastes. It tastes like a Newcastle clone, pretty much.
I don't think we wanted it to taste like it, but
unintentionally.
But it makes sense.
Yeah, and at least it is not like giving me like super heartburn. Newcastle, I can open it and take a sip, and I'm just like, oh, I can feel it.
To my unrefined palate.
Come on.
It's just, I taste like spices.
Ooh.
I know that doesn't make any sense. Any kind of beer that isn't like super pale, I taste spices.
What kind of spices?
Brown or red. I think it's just the malt, but...
It tastes a little cinnamony. Mm-hmm. You know?
Cinnamon.
I mean, there's no cinnamon in it, but it's just kind of like that yeast character. That yeast character.
The Garden Ridge flavor. No one's gonna know what that is. It was a craft store.
It smelled like Bigfoot's feet. One thing I'm slightly disappointed in is I do not taste any of the dry hops. which is probably due to me using a mild aroma hop as the dry hop. I probably should have added much more if I wanted it to show through, but I was just like, you know what, 1 ounce is what I usually do, and I was a fool. It still tastes really good. It just, you can't really taste the dry hop at all.
It's always learning experiences.
Yes. I made one of these before, and I changed the recipe slightly for this one to better fit the movie and to add the American hops, which were Sterling and Liberty. I thought Liberty was really funny because it's like, let me make this English beer and just dry hop it with some Liberty. Make it American.
A little Liberty in there.
Yeah.
I noticed you picked a certain type of glass.
Yes, I picked this because
particular glass?
it's kind of just like an English pint glass.
Oh, okay.
The shape, I don't know why it's the shape, the little bulb.
Yeah.
But beers look real good in it.
You tell me,
That's all
English.
I'm saying.
What's this? Should we have a toast to some honorable mention werewolves?
Wait, we should do that again. Because when you just said it, you spit everywhere.
Oh my god, I see it. I see my spit.
Yeah, it was like a fan of spit.
So,
Here's to these other
cheers
werewolves.
to cursed Christina Ricci werewolf.
Absolutely.
And middle finger werewolf.
Middle finger werewolf.
Dog Soldiers, awesome.
Very good.
I think it's an English movie. Late Phases. That you remembered. I kind of forgot about.
Late Phases is so good.
You should really watch it. And the movie isn't about him, but Lupin in the 3rd Harry Potter movie. Such a good werewolf.
Yeah, he's all gangly.
Yeah.
Yeah, what else did we forget? Oh, Silver Bullet.
Oh yeah.
Silver Bullet.
With Big Ed from Twin Peaks
Yeah.
as a werewolf.
Trick or Treat.
The werewolf segment in the movie Trick or Treat.
So, overall, I would say it's a pretty good English bitter. Not super happy with the dry hopping, but I will kind of reformulate the recipe before I upload it. But it will be attached to this video.
I do taste some like pininess, but I am sensitive to strong hop flavors. I feel like I can't drink IPAs.
You can drink them. It's always okay to be disappointed in a beer you've made, as long as you can go back and say, hey, this was the thing I didn't like about it, then you can improve it. If anybody has a suggestion for the next beer we should make, we have a list, but we're open for any suggestions because everything is fun to make. Movies, TV, books, games, just like the opening says. Concepts. Yeah. Genres. So don't forget to like and or subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell your family. I would send out more updates, but you have to have 10,000 followers to get that feature, so you know, yeah. Cool. I think that's good, right? Oh.